Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5 best gaming motherboards. Starting at number 5. ASUS ROG Strix Maximus. If you want to do some serious overclocking, the ASUS ROG Strix Maximus Z790 Hero is an excellent platform with plenty going for it. You've got seriously overkill VRMs and power phase design, as well as a super fast 2.5 gigabits LAN, numerous ports, and a rock-solid BIOS. Like Gigabyte, ASUS makes some enthusiast-grade motherboards for those with deep products. A motherboard like the ASUS ROG Strix Maximus Z790 Hero is perfect for building the PC of your dreams. Rocking a Z790 chipset. Fancy trying out the latest Intel Core i9-13900K? Go for it. This motherboard will be more than happy to come along for the ride. This board is a serious piece of kit, reflected in the price. You've got water cooling support for the VRMs, and these are high-quality, premium components. All this allows one to overclock their processor and system to get even more performance from their PC, without sacrificing system stability. Coming at number 4. Gigabyte TRX40 AORUS Master. This is where you can seriously blow through your budget quickly. This motherboard has a price tag that matches that of an entire PC build. This board unlocks support for the latest Threadripper processors from AMD, which can sport up to 64 physical cores. There are also 8 DIMM slots for ultimate RAM capacity and plenty of other useful features. We heard you have some money to splash on your PC build. Well, this is the motherboard you should go for if you're considering AMD Threadripper. Unfortunately, due to these advanced processors' physical size, you can't throw one into a mainstream motherboard, so enter the TRX40 platform. The Gigabyte TRX40 AORUS Master has literally everything you need to build an incredibly powerful rig. You've got full support for up to a 64-core Threadripper CPU, 8 DDR DIMM slots for quad-channel RAM, server-class power distribution for stable overclocking, and even an audio ESS 9118 Saber DAC. But that's not all, this thing can even support up to 4 GPUs, because why not? When planning out an enthusiast machine, the why doesn't play a part in the decision-making. It's choosing the very best you can afford, and this motherboard will facilitate an insanely powerful AMD PC build. At number 3. ASUS ROG Strix X570E. High-quality components, some serious heat sinks for the VRMs, and the best chipset from AMD make the ASUS ROG Strix X570E Gaming Wi-Fi 2 one of the best motherboards available for AMD PCs in terms of value. Admittedly, it doesn't deliver all the features you'd find in enthusiast-grade boards, but this is about as good as you can get for a desktop motherboard. Being one of the most important components to consider for a modern PC build, the motherboard is super important, but it's also challenging to get it wrong, so long as you buy one that matches the CPU you intend to install. If we're choosing one that strikes a delicate balance between performance and price for AMD fans, it would be the ASUS ROG Strix X570E Gaming Wi-Fi 2. AMD's Ryzen generation of processors is dominating Intel, and the best motherboard for us from ASUS is a perfect match. Number 2 of my list. ASUS ROG Strix Z690. Like the AMD best pick, this ASUS ROG Strix Z690E Gaming Wi-Fi is the Intel counterpart that works with the latest 12th gen processors from Team Blue. It also has high-quality components and all the base features you'd expect from a mid-tier motherboard, including support for up to 128 GB RAM, ASUS RGB lighting, support for pumps, overclocking, and much more. Likewise, with our top ASUS AMD pick, the ROG Strix Z690E Gaming Wi-Fi motherboard is equally as good. You'll be receiving a PCB with the same high-end, premium components, as well as pretty much all the expansion you'll need for a capable PC setup. There's also pretty good 18 one-phase power delivery, which essentially means you can comfortably push this motherboard to its limit and beyond. And number 1. ASUS Prime X670 AP. X670 motherboards are incredibly expensive at launch for the latest AMD Ryzen 7000 processors, but you can still find a decent deal on a new one. The ASUS Prime X670P isn't as flashy as the new X670E motherboards that form the TUF and ROG Strix families, but it's got everything you need for a powerful AMD PC. Being one of the most important components to consider for a modern PC build, it's paramount you make the right choice to match the processor and RAM you either already own or plan on buying. Starting fresh or wanting the latest from AMD, you're going to require a motherboard with the 600 series AMD chipset. The ASUS Prime X670 AP is one such motherboard. Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.